Okay, so I have been working all night on getting this in, and I finally was able to input um, insert an object, got that to work. I spent all night last night up until 7 a.m. trying to get it to work. I just forget it, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to come back and try it in the morning. So I have some future plans for stuff, and this is the first step. The first step was getting SimConnect communicating. The next step was being able to get extract data, which I was able to do to be able to generate a KML file to be able to set a camera within Google Earth and play back the flight and see the horizon move and stuff like that. Got that all working, got the logs, and this is going to have some real world applications as well, those two different things. So I have some plans and for things that I want to be able to put into the simulator, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for decades. We're talking back to at least 2006, if not earlier. And so this has been a process. And I'm not actually working with ship data. I'm just using a ship because it's easy to visualize and be able to get the sim object working. So I started off and I had the path that I generated in Google Earth for the object to be able to move around just in a contained space. And there's something like 70 something waypoints. I think it's like 72 waypoints or something. And no heading information, just basically all those waypoints. And so I started off and I was able to get the ship in, had it as a static model. So, okay, got that going. So I finally got the 3D model in there and injecting. And then it was like, okay, let's get it going around the loop. So it was positioned north and it would jump in between each waypoint. I'm like, okay, cool, we got it going around the outside. Now I want it to be able to go around, and at each waypoint, I want it to face in the direction towards the next waypoint. So it did that, and it would the animation was very jumpy. It wasn't very smooth. It was like tick, 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 and then it would hit the waypoint and then suddenly turn 5 degrees to the next waypoint. Okay, let's go work on that. So I was working on getting the logic built in to be able to do a nice turn, and it was smoothing out the turns. And I also got it so that it would update every frame moving so that it had the smooth movement, and it would get to the corner and then turn that 5 degrees. It's like, okay, let's work on this. Let's build in the logic. So it built in like some math, like sine, cosine, or whatever, into the SimConnect program, and finally was able to get it. It was not going at the correct speed, so then I had to go and debug getting it at 20 knots at the speed that I could easily assign, and then having an arc as it's going in between each waypoint, which is what we see now. And so you see all the data on the left-hand side of the screen, latitude, longitude. The heading is increasing each moment as it heads towards each waypoint. It's got a thing for progress between each waypoint. So it's like, I guess that's like a percentage, 0 to 1 and everything. So we go down, let me go down to this window here. Get closer to the ship. So it was having a couple of issues that the speed data was missing when it would write to the next frame, because sometimes the tick would double up and it would not move in between ticks. As you can kind of see, a little bit of a jitter sometimes, but it's very rare, so it's got the logic to ignore them. So this is the result. This is the third day of working on this program, and I can't say what I'm working on because it's something I've wanted to do for years, and I've learned my lesson in the flight sim community that there are people out there that will get an idea of what you're doing and then go and copy exactly what you're doing. And I'm all for like open source stuff. Like I'm gonna give the code for the SimConnect module, so that people can actually do that if they're like, hey, I want a SimConnect module, and then they can go and build in their own logic for stuff like inserting objects or animating them or moving them around and stuff. It's like that's something that we can all use, and you know, it's just basic stuff like import SimConnect, insert the object at latitude and longitude. But yeah, this is been a success. I did want to be able to set it at an altitude, and everything. And because it's a ship, it wants to go to the ground and everything. So getting something up in the air, I may need to try and do it, but I'm having trouble trying to get aircraft injected as non-ATC aircraft objects. And for some reason, you put in the aircraft name and it's coming up and saying it doesn't recognize that aircraft. So I don't know what that's about. I do want to do a couple of other things too. And once I get that done, like I have to build a program to be able to do calculations, and I need to start to be able to insert stuff in live and real time. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Get this video edited, uploaded, and the beauty thing is too, the process, and I think I can streamline this. Wait, where'd the ship go? Uh-oh. Did I lose it? Oh no, it's over there. I just lost sight of it. It's using 0.4.5% of CPU. I'm on a 12900K. It was 0.1% earlier. It's only using 40 mega RAM. And I mean, this is very, very high density data. So I wouldn't want to overload the system. But for things I got planned, we're talking planet scale, and everything. So anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks to all the cool people that understand what it is that is going on here, and yeah, we'll have more progress in coming weeks. Have to go up and do some personal stuff in the next couple of days. So yeah, I'm quite happy. Quite happy.